Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Just let the first 5 minutes of Matt kind of silently laughing into a microphone.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of You Can Sit With Us. It is Halloween. I'm here with Becky.
Hi.
And Rainie.
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this spooky dooky episode of You Can Sit With Us. We're trying out a new little thing here where the top comments, whatever the questions are in our top comments, we'll go ahead and answer them. So write them down like the ones that you want us to answer, and maybe your question will get answered on next week's episode of You Can Sit With Us.
And we love Halloween here. Becky, what are you doing for Halloween this year?
All the things.
I mean, are you going to dress up? Are you going to dress Henny up?
Henny's going to be a farmer.
Oh,
I need a low-touch Halloween costume this year. Last year, I think, he was little, so it was easy to put him in things. And now he's a little more particular about what he wears. So I don't want to put him in anything that he's, mad about. So he's going to be a farmer.
that's so cute.
Which Rachel also pointed out. He could also be Rob from Love Island. And I was like, I'll think about it. Maybe for the company holiday party, I'll do it.
What are you going to dress up as then?
I think I'm going to be a cat.
Aren't you going to do a family
I think I'm going to be a
costume?
cat. I'm going to be the farmer's cat.
I can really see you being a corn on the cob. You can be the corn on the cob outfit. He's the farmer.
I don't know why, but that's offensive. I don't know why, but
it's like an insult.
Okay.
You're like a Midwest woman.
Wow. It's getting misogyny, and I don't know why. I mean, I do love corn.
I know you do.
Yeah. I do love it. I love corn. But how would I dress as corn?
You get a corn on the cob costume, like the ones, you know what I mean?
Man, we got a DIY.
body.
We got a DIY. But I think actually there might be a corn costume here.
Oh, well, remember that It's Corn kid?
Yeah. Oh,
That was a moment.
that kid.
Yeah, he was so
He's
cute.
adorable.
Maybe he'll be corn this year for Halloween.
Maybe he will be corn this year for Halloween. I think he was a corn spokesperson for a while.
Yeah.
He brought corn back.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the commercial? Keith always makes fun of me because it is propaganda, but I love it. So in the Midwest, there was a commercial paid for by the corn farmers of America. And if you're from the Midwest, you already know what I'm talking about, but it's a man walking through this cornfield, touching the husks, and he's like, corn sugar, cane sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference. Sugar is sugar. So I'll always say, whenever someone's talking about sugar, corn sugar, cane sugar, your body doesn't, and it's full on corn propaganda.
High fructose
I
corn
love
syrup
it.
is good for you.
That is exactly what they're trying to say. And I love it.
You just want to be in a cornfield.
Well, speaking of corn, Matt, you famously like one of the worst candies anyone has ever invented.
I am obsessed with candy corn.
Disgusting.
I love candy corn so much. It's the best candy.
Even I have candy
It is the best
standards.
candy.
From Sprouts, though. Not from regular.
Yeah, you can't get the cheap, dollar store stuff. It has to be the
Oh,
nicer.
you're so LA.
Has to be.
Gotta get the Sprouts. I gotta get the Air One. I gotta get the Haley Bieber candy corn.
I've never gotten candy corn at Air One. I actually don't think I've ever bought anything at Air One before, but maybe this should be it.
I've bought stuff at Air One before because they have, I really like, this is from years ago, they got me hooked, that fucking moon juice.
Oh, you do? You
They
love moon juice.
they murder me. They have a really good electrolyte powder and a magnesium powder.
Oh yeah,
and
the magnesium one's good.
Yes, and they make them both unflavored. So there's no sugar in them. And so we have them after our workout, or when we were in Disney, we brought the electrolytes. And if I buy it there, I don't have to pay for the shipping when I buy it from Moon Juice proper. So that's really the only reason I go to Moon Juice. Or Moon Juice, Air One.
That's huge because the electrolytes, I hate all the the flavor.
I just don't
this isn't. I just don't like the taste.
No, I don't like the taste. I really don't care about I'm God knows what's in this. Who knows? It makes me feel hydrated. But I'm I just don't like a fake. Yeah. If I'm gonna eat something fake flavored, I'd rather have a Laffy Taffy.
Right.
Caramel
People
apple.
who've done it for hundreds of years.
Tried and true, the Laffy Taffy.
I mean, I feel like candy corn has been around for hundreds of years. So start there.
That is disgusting. Let's look it up. How long do you think? Okay, let's do two things. How long do you think candy corn has been
Also-
around? And what do you think the first candy ever was?
Oh,
First
And how much candy
proper
corn is
candy
too much
invented.
candy corn?
interesting.
Literally one nibble is too much. Okay, when do you think candy corn was invented?
It does feel like an old candy, to be honest.
I
wax.
don't think it's that old. I feel like it's probably 1905, 1907, like probably around there.
Speak on that. Why do you think?
Preach, Matt. Why is it 1905 or 1907, but not 1906?
It could be 1906.
What was happening in the
Yeah, that's
world
what I
that you
was
think
like.
was there a war?
Well, it was kind of like before all the depressive stuff in the US happened. The economy was okay.
That's true.
Like people could spend some money on candy, but they didn't have a lot of money to spend on candy.
That's true.
You know, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients.
So yeah, but candy corn 1905, and then
That's my
first
guess.
candy.
1905.
Oh,
okay.
the first candy has like what's the definition of candy then? You know,
Well,
could be so old.
you mean like jam, or like what do you think?
Like, is candy just something that's sweet, artificially sweetened?
Oh,
And
this
that's-
is deep.
You know what I
This
mean?
is
And
deep.
that's
This is
something
deep.
that's
It's
different
like, what
than
is the
like,
essence of
of
candy?
candy?
yeah. What makes candy candy?
I assume it would have just been like candy glass. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when you like just
Oh,
boil
yeah.
sugar and then
Right.
yeah,
That's
and
probably
then
what
maybe
it is.
putting it on like fruit or something.
yeah. Like candied fruit.
Maybe candied apple.
Candied
That's
apple. That's
old
like
as hell.
yeah, caramel too.
Caramel. Oh, I love a caramel.
But I feel like
Camel's
even like
delish.
pepper. I feel like peppermints are really old.
Oh, like gum.
Like the peppermints.
Oh, the round
the
circles.
round ones.
That's true.
So the first candy ever made, licorice and ginger.
Licorice.
Oh, that makes a lot of
from
sense.
Scandinavia.
fair.
It's just that.
Yeah.
Should have known this.
Wow, you learned nothing from your travels. Candy corn was actually invented in the 1880s.
Oh,
So you were like pretty close.
Wow.
you were
Yeah.
close.
At
1880s.
the Wonderell Candy Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God. Philly
the-
candy.
Matt, this makes sense for you. Candy corn was originally called chicken feed
I did hear that before. Yeah.
because corn was primarily used to feed chickens and pigs before World War I. Tricolored design. Candy corn's tricolored design was considered revolutionary at the time.
I mean, you're really putting down candy corn, but it was a lot of firsts, Becky.
That's a lot of firsts. That's a lot of firsts.
Candy corn paved the way to the candy that you eat today. Okay. Without candy corn, you would not be able to eat all your Twizzlers.
When do you think candy corn became Halloween candy and not just
chicken.
chicken feed candy?
1905.
Flip it, 1950.
Oh, ninth of the
The
50s.
1950s,
Wow.
it played a larger role in Halloween celebrations. And then, Matt, do you know what is National Candy Corn Day?
Is it today?
Surprise! And we just pull a lever and candy corn comes down. It's like flash dance
I would
with
be
candy
so
corn.
surprised if that happened.
No, it's Halloween Eve.
Oh.
All
cute.
Hallows Eve. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. George Renninger. Something worth crowing for is what
Something worth crowing for. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. That's really
I love
funny.
it. I love candy corn. Thank you for making candy corn. It's delicious.
I mean, what are you doing for Halloween, and what are you going to be?
Matt does nothing. He turns his lights off.
Really?
I usually go to someone else's. I usually go.
Turn
I
his
usually
lights
go
off.
somewhere else, so that I'm not home. So that my lights are off. You know what I mean? I'm usually not home.
You don't want to talk to the kids.
Well, there's actually not a lot of trick or treaters in our neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
So usually we go somewhere else. Like usually other people having parties or like
Okay.
things over, and
Yeah.
you know. So I usually do that. I don't know what I want to be this year, but have you seen this series has been resurfacing lately online? It's from Australia. It's called Kath and Kim. Have you seen this?
I've only heard of Kath and Kim from you.
Anyway, it's resurfacing back online because it's now on Netflix. Watch it there now. And it was Trixie and Katya did like a Queens Like to Watch
that's
review of it, like the best moments from this series. So that got a lot of views. So now a bunch of people are talking about it and like reposting about it.
Whoa.
So I feel like that would be really fun and very easy DIY costume.
We love an easy
love.
DIY
Yes.
costume. What's Eugene going to be? Is he going to do a big Halloween costume or is this the first year he's going to?
I don't think he's going to do a big
Abstain.
one. I think he's too busy this year.
I said that
Too
last
stressed.
year,
I
and
know.
then
Well, and last year you did it like the very end too. You know, it's like you say you're not going to do it, and then all of a sudden it's 5 days until Halloween,
and you're doing it. You're in it.
and then you're stressed running around trying to do it.
Yeah, his production value is insane.
It's a TBD.
Yeah.
He really puts a lot of
No.
effort, lot of effort into that Halloween costume.
Yeah, for the look,
For the Luke.
the pictures.
I think we're going to do a porch party again. We usually do a porch
Oh,
party,
cute.
and all the kids come over before bedtime,
Yeah,
hang
hand
out,
out candies.
hand out candies.
Yeah, because your neighborhood's busy.
Our neighborhood's very
Yeah.
busy with kids because so basically we live between two bigger streets, and there's like a barrier in between those streets, so there's no reason to drive through our neighborhood to get to the other street. So if there are cars, it's just people who live like
That's
around, which is really nice.
Yeah,
It's very
good for
walkable.
walking. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. The
Good
kids
for
to run
walking.
across the road.
Yeah, and there are a lot of kids in our neighborhood, and we live by like a bunch of apartment buildings. So like all the apartment buildings, I think, come
gonna
in the
come
back.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we always get a bunch of candy. I let the kids take as much as they want. Keith,
I mean, but
little more
what candy? What candy are you giving out? Maybe if you give
I
out
usually
candy
do a mixed
corn.
bag. Well, then nobody would take our candy, and then I would be left with it. We give out mixed bags, so I usually do the Costco
Okay.
mixed bags. They do like a
Oh, okay,
chocolate
yeah,
one
yeah.
and a
The mini sizes.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Littles. We do not do full size.
I mean, maybe this is year.
They'll bankrupt us.
So many.
Bankrupt.
So many.
I remember that was like the littest thing when you went
Oh
up to someone's
my
house and they had a
gosh.
full size candy bar. You
They
were
were
like,
Those are,
this.
for some
yeah.
reason, they just taste better.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
why do they taste better?
you know what I wonder?
If it's a different recipe
something I
than-
learned at Longcomb when I worked there. That at least for Longcomb, now maybe I don't know this is everywhere, but the mini sizes are made somewhere else.
What?
Oh, different
Theirs are.
different factory.
Yeah, different factory. They're minis, at least in the time. I mean, this was like
Yeah.
8 years ago. They were made in like Jersey.
Oh.
But then like other ingredients were, or the other factory for like the full size products were made in like
Oh, that's too bad because
France or somewhere.
I buy them to test them. So if I'm like, oh, I don't like this, I'm not going to buy the full size thing.
Yeah, that's why sometimes, especially I find mini mascaras are
Are-
different.
Clunky. Yeah. Chunky.
Yeah.
Different
So I
quality
don't know if the
control.
candies, I feel like candy's a little easier to make than mascara though.
Well, it's all
Yeah.
about the I feel like for mascara, it's a lot about the packaging too. It's probably why they have
it
it
is a
different
lot about
plants.
packaging.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't
Just
probably with the
smaller
candy too
packaging.
because it's like make small size versus big size. It's like different equipment probably and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're different.
Yeah.
They're different. they're just
different.
different.
That's why they're not as
What's
good.
your
They're
second
different.
favorite candy?
Chocolate.
Yeah. I love an almond
chocolate.
joy.
I love just pure chocolate. Chocolate bar.
Pure.
I just want
Like a
chocolate
Hershey bar?
Like
Or like dark chocolate?
75 to 80% dark chocolate bar.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's like
I
a
fuck
dark,
with that.
rich, dark chocolate. Mm.
That sounds good. I have a scary movie for you.
Oh,
Here we go.
Here we go.
what?
Jumping in. So have you seen the trailers? Well, it's already out now, but it's called Speak No Evil with James McAvoy.
I've seen the trailers.
Okay.
Spooky.
Did you know
Spooky.
it's a remake?
What?
And the original came out in 2022.
Oh.
We're doing remakes now of movies that were 2 years ago.
Yes. Okay, but you know
Is that
why?
out of content?
But you
Can't there
know,
be any more spooky spookies?
you know why it was not in English. But it was in English, which is crazy to me because it's like Danish.
Oh.
Danish film. They mostly spoke English to each other throughout the whole movie. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, why are we remaking this? This is the same thing. But as a spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the new one, apparently the ending is completely different
Oh.
from the Danish version to the Danish Netherlands. Is that Danish?
Danish is
The
Denmark.
Netherlands?
No.
Okay, it's another
From Denmark.
it's Netherlands
Danish is
movie.
Denmark.
They're like Holland people.
Dutch.
Dutch and Danish are different?
Yes.
That's crazy to me.
Danish is from Denmark.
I assume that
Dutch is
Dutch
from
was
Holland.
like the plural of Danish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Yeah. Holland and Dutch are totally different words.
I'm really surprised that you were never a history teacher now. History and geography teacher.
I never said geography. So it's a
Oh my gosh.
Dutch movie?
If they're from yeah,
Holland. It's Holland. What are you if you're from Holland?
I think you're Dutch.
Okay. It's a Dutch movie. It's a Dutch film. They speak English to each other. The two like main couples in it speak different languages. So they communicate via English most of the time. So only every once in a while were they not speaking. And I was like, why are we remaking this movie? And then you watch the original and the ending is so fucked up. Keith was so disturbed. He was like, I need you to like start the night with like, hey, I heard this was supposed to be the funniest movie of the year. Or like, I heard this was the best rom-com of the year. But you're always like, I hear this is the most fucked up movie. Or I heard this is the scariest movie of the year. He's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
It's messed up. But the ending is completely different from the American version. And
So
I actually think I liked the other one.
So you're telling people they need to watch the original first.
I think if you watch the original, you won't want to watch the remake because it's very, very similar except for the end.
Oh, they changed the end.
They changed the ending.
To be less fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
More
Yeah.
palatable.
There's sort of a charm to having it be really messed up at the
Right.
end. For a
There's
horror
like-
movie.
And it's fucked up.
Mm.
I'll tell you guys about it. We can cut it out.
Yeah.
But basically, like
Mm.
it's one of those movies where like, you know, when you keep like telling someone like you're screaming at the screen, you're like, why would you do that? Why'd you go back? Like that's this movie. Every interaction, you're like, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm. Run.
So you enjoyed it though. You liked it generally.
I thought it was interesting. Yeah. I think if you like Hereditary, then you would like the original Speak No Evil. Like it kind of has a similar like fucked up ending.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily scary. It's more just like you're uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But not uncomfortable like Long Legs, where that was like kind of funny. Long Legs, hilarious.
I didn't find Long Legs that uncomfortable.
Did you laugh?
I did laugh, but I feel like I didn't laugh as much as you.
But you didn't see it in a theater, did you?
No.
See, I saw it in a theater with a bunch of people, and like there were points the poor was, Mommy! The whole theater was laughing. We were like, this movie is camp.
It was very campy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was
There were funny moments.
Yeah, I get frustrated at how especially scary movies are marketed nowadays because it's like one, everything is given away. Like the whole movie is basically given away. And then two, people will be like, you know, influencers online are like, this movie is so scary, so scary, so scary. They like hype it up so much that you're like, just let people be fucking scared.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell them anything. Tell them
You go in
nothing.
expecting to get scared and then you're not scared.
Yeah. We watched this, although I will give TikTok credit, we watched this YouTube horror movie.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. It was called, I want to give it a shout out because they were it was like, honestly, it was good. I just saw people talking about how it was like a pretty good YouTube horror movie. It's called like Milk and Cereal or something.
What? That doesn't sound scary.
I
Sounds
know.
like a breakfast treat.
I know. Yeah, it's called Milk and Cereal, but it's spelled S like serial killer, basically. But it's a found footage
Those
movie
are
on
always
YouTube, and it's like
scarier somehow.
I think it was like an hour long or something. It was just neat. It was like cool. We enjoyed it. So shout out to TikTok for whatever random person on the internet told me to watch it.
You are
I did it.
definitely in the spooky movie season.
Spooky season. I'm always in spooky movie season, but there just haven't been a lot of good spooky movies that have come out recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
What about Hocus Pocus 2?
Matt,
Your
that came
favorite
out
from
like
last year?
5 years ago.
Was it
that
last year?
last year? No. There's no way.
Wait, I don't
How
even.
long ago
Time
was it?
doesn't exist anymore.
Time is a circle.
Time
We're
really
actually
is a circle.
inventing candy corn right now. Let's see. Hocus
Maybe
Pocus.
in my past life, I did create the candy corn, and that's why I,
I
like
bet
it
you
so
did.
much.
You kind of look like someone who would create candy corn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I look like corn and you look like the inventor of candy corn. That's for sure.
That could be our
That's for
outfit. You're a corn on the
Our
cob.
couple's costume. Like, what are you?
I'm the one who made candy corn, and then we could dress Henny up as a candy corn.
It came out 2 years ago.
See, that wasn't that long.
2022.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you watch it like a movie every Halloween? Like, is there one you always watch?
I feel like we always put on Hocus Pocus. I mean, that one's just
Yeah.
like a classic. I love Hereditary. I think it's like one of the best scary movies. I love the Insidious franchise. That one's really good. Conjuring is fun. Conjuring is fun.
It's crazy that like the movies you put on, Henry's going to talk about in like 20 years, be like, oh yeah, that was always on when I was little. You know?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That will be. I wonder when
background
we'll let
music.
him watch. I know background music is like screaming and murder. Yeah, I wonder when we'll let him watch something scary.
Yeah. Is Hocus Pocus scary, or is it like a comedy? I haven't seen it actually. I need to see it. I need to see it. I should have said that.
Rainie, you are gonna lose your shit. You're gonna love Hocus Pocus so much.
I do love SJP.
You're gonna love it so much that you're gonna watch the second one.
And then
guess
you're
what?
gonna be a little.
You're gonna be able to watch the second one right away.
Yeah. You should definitely look and see if any like movie theaters are playing Hocus Pocus.
Oh, okay. Probably
I'm
this
sure
is the
that-
time.
It's the time.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Okay.
It is right up your alley.
Oh,
It's an American
Right up
classic.
your alley. Yeah.
on my way.
I don't think it's that scary, but like what kids think is scary is
Yeah,
like different
yeah.
than adults. Like I remember
Yeah.
I was
There are
babysitting
like
once.
some creep, like, you know,
Creepy elements.
Yeah.
yeah, like the zombie, you know,
Oh yeah. But he's so
stuff like
cute.
that. They come up from like the grave.
Yeah. More
That's
of like
kinda
the
scary.
noises and stuff. I was
Yeah.
babysitting once and I showed these kids Rockadoodle. Do you know that movie? Rockadoodle.
Mm-mm.
I've never even heard that.
It's like this movie like where the movie starts and it's like real and then it turns into a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
But basically there's this and the Rockadoodle's like this like Elvis-esque
Mm.
rooster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. But the beginning of it, there's like a really horrible storm, and I showed it to these kids, and I got like so fucking scared, and I had to turn it off, and I was like, "Mom, I've traumatized you."
Sorry about that. That's my bad.
My bad. It's a cartoon about an Elvis-looking rooster.
I'll never be able to watch cartoons again, Becky.
So who knows? So the things kids get scared by are random. I really don't. You know what scares me that I don't like, and I won't watch it
Oh my gosh.
is those fucking little. I always describe it wrong. And Keith's like, that's one scene of
Minions.
the movie. No,
Oh.
what's the one where they come out of the like laundry? Like they're tiny little things that are like
The Gremlins?
Gremlins.
Yeah.
I don't
Uh-uh.
like Gremlins, the movies. And Keith's like, they came out of the laundry once, and I was like, yeah, it was scary. Never want to see it again.
You're like, I can't do laundry anymore.
I can't do. I can't touch it.
You have to do all the laundry.
Not these
I can't
dainty
do
hands. I'm
laundry.
scared of the Gremlins. Yeah, I really didn't like Gremlins for a long time.
So I wasn't even trying to get into the holiday or I guess it's a holiday.
Spooky season. It is
Spooky
a holiday.
season, the spooky season, when like a month ago, a huge pumpkin vine started growing in my front yard.
Did you plant pumpkin seeds?
No,
You're Charlie Brown.
I'm Charlie Brown.
You are the
It just
Charlie
came out
Brown.
of nowhere. No, actually what happened is I used the quail compost to fertilize all the plants and stuff in my front yard. So I think there were like some seeds in that.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And one of them must have been pumpkin, and it grew, and it's huge.
Oh my
That's
god.
It's
crazy.
a huge vine, and all my neighbors would stop and like comment to me about it. And they're like, I love your pumpkin patch. And they'd all stop and like take
pumpkin
pictures and stuff. And I'm just like, it's not what I was trying to do. But they're not like big pumpkins. They're
The vine is
one.
big.
The vine is huge, and the leaves
Okay.
are huge, and like hundreds of flowers on it, like so many.
That's
So I brought
crazy.
some pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
For everyone. Everyone gets their own pumpkins. See, they're like the little ones.
Throw it.
They're like the ones you use to like decorate your table.
Look at this.
It even
Oh my
still
gosh, this
has-
is perfect.
Wow.
It even still has the the mud on it
Yeah,
from
mine's
the
not,
garden.
mine's not perfect, Matt. Trader Joe's would never do this to me.
It's called organic.
These are so cute.
Look, I have so many that are brought.
Oh my god, they're so like
There's a lot.
they're
You've got a lot of
hardy.
them.
Yeah, he keeps taking them out. He's a little Mary Poppins.
Oh my gosh, so many pumpkins.
That is These are darling.
There's so many still on the vine and stuff. So
Are you
they're
gonna let
bringing
people take
around.
them?
Yeah.
Like no, not these. I know you're gonna let people take these. By your house, are you gonna like put up a sign that says like take pumpkin?
I just should cut them out and put them on the corner and people take them
Yeah,
because they're kind of hard to cut. You have to really like
yeah.
Oh,
the
They're
vine.
they seem thick.
the
Yeah.
vine is yeah.
These seem healthy pumpkins.
But isn't that
These
so
do
crazy?
seem healthy. That is crazy. There's a bug on it. Matt, there's a bug on it.
Well,
Not the one in my hand, but there's a bug over there.
I was just in the studio. That's okay.
it's in the bag. It lives in the bag now.
Oh.
It lives in the bag now.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. You're Charlie Brown.
Unexpected pumpkin patch. I didn't even have to go to the pumpkin patch.
That sounds like a
It's in
good like kids book, The Unexpected Pumpkin Patch.
Talks about organic farming and
Yes.
cycle of life.
Uh-huh. And the
Uh-huh.
pumpkins were the friends we made along the way.
I mean, it basically writes itself. you
Yeah.
know? But pumpkins actually are a symbol of like abundance and prosperity. Did you know that?
No. To
So
whom?
that's why to whoever has them. I don't know to who. That's just. So I'm hoping all the prosperity will come my way.
I think it will. I think it's on its way for you. I think
you.
it's visiting.
Thank you.
Matt, you don't strike me, and by don't strike me, I know you're not a scary movie person, but mostly because you have no suspension of disbelief. If anything is even remotely unrealistic, Matt is like, not real. Like
It's true. I'm like, that would never happen.
that would never happen. It's like, obviously,
Here's-
Matt, a little doll would never get possessed and chase you around a house,
Here's
but
the
it's
thing.
still spooky.
Like if it's a movie that's like full fantasy or like Lord of the Rings or whatever, it's like, okay,
oh, okay, yeah.
it's a whole new world, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a world that's like ours and it's a scary story in our world, it's harder to believe.
Oh, okay. So you've never had a spooky like ghost experience?
Not in a movie.
No, in your life.
Oh. No, I've never had a spooky ghost.
You've never
Come to me.
never even felt a little crisp wind
little,
where you're
huh?
like, ooh, like, is there something behind me?
No, I've never had any malevolent spirits.
Spooky movie.
Probably like, probably they're all good ones around me, just guarding me.
Aw.
That's a sweet way to think
Matt's
about it.
perspective is always like, I didn't make any mistakes in my 20s. Like, I think all my spirits are helping me. Fun.
Okay. All right. Keith has a good, you should have him shared on the tripod. I don't know if he has before, but he has a good scary story from a like haunted theater.
Oh my
And then he
gosh.
also has a scary one about an elevator. And I was like, Keith, I would have jumped out a window. I would not be in that place. Like
Elevators are so spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm of the belief if something's spooky, scary, dangerous, or even if I feel in any way uncomfortable, I leave.
Yep.
I walk away.
You're not the girl in the horror movie.
I'm not the girl in the room because I won't be
What if
there.
you're stuck in the elevator? What
I
do
won't
you
be there.
do?
I wouldn't be stuck in the elevator.
Because you wouldn't go in the elevator to begin with.
Why would I be stuck in the elevator?
Because the ghost trapped you in there.
I would never go in an elevator in a place that had a ghost. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
You did grow up near a ghost.
I did a beautiful transition, Rainie. I grew up near one of the most famous ghost stories in the United States. One of the most famous ghosts on Route 66.
Oh my gosh.
Her name is
Route 66.
Resurrection Mary. Hello.
That's true.
You might not know her name, but you definitely know the story of the girl in a like prom-y looking dress walking home at night.
Carrie.
Carrie.
She's one of the dress. All bloody
That's the
at night.
pig's blood.
Bloody dress at prom.
I just can't with you. So the legend goes that Resurrection Mary, Resurrection Cemetery is on like Archer Avenue. So she's like
There's
the
a
ghost.
real name.
This is a real name.
Resurrection
Resurrection
Cemetery.
Cemetery is a real place.
Who came up with that name? Resurrection Cemetery.
Right?
Well, I think it's a Catholic cemetery.
They're like, if you get buried here,
Have you heard
you
of-
will be resurrected.
Have you heard of Easter?
Yeah, but the whole
Has some significance.
the whole cemetery. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe it was built by a man named Steve Resurrection. Do you want to know something crazy? This is a very random segue.
Oh my
I am
gosh.
unfocused this morning.
Yes, we love.
Think of like exercise classes that you could do.
Mhm.
Which of them do you think is named after a man? Just a man.
Uh-oh.
Just a random
Is it,
man.
like all of them Pilates.
No, but it is
Yoga.
Pilates. It's,
Oh.
His name was like
Oh.
Joe Pilates or
That's
something. I gotta look it up. The
I was
first
like,
time I ever
Zumba?
saw it, Danny Zumba. I gotta look up what his name was because it was really funny. It's like Joe or like John Pilates. And I was like, all of these like
I would believe
women in
Yeah.
like Brentwood. Yeah, his name was Joseph Pilates, and he was the German inventor of Pilates.
Joseph.
Yeah,
I love
isn't that
Pilates.
crazy?
That's kind of
Anyhow.
like the female anatomy named after men, like last name. Have you heard this? Like I don't
No.
know exactly what it is, but it's like
What female is named for men?
we gotta look it up. But it's like
Hi, man.
hi men.
Come on now.
But yeah, there's some part of the body that's like in your ovaries that's like, oh yeah, this is actually from men. Well, I'll do a little like across the bottom. I'll look it up later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Let me see.
Uterus,
I'll look it up
fallopian
really quick.
tubes.
Oh, it might be
Vulva.
fallopian.
Fallopian.
Here, let's see.
It was a man. Was it the man that found it? Discovered the fallopian
Discovered
tubes.
it.
Discovered it.
fallopian tubes.
If you ever want to see something crazy, look at a picture that they show us of a uterus and then Google an actual uterus. It's crazy.
It is. It's Gabriel Fallopio.
Fallopian.
Yeah.
Fallopio.
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 Sounds
Yeah.
Greek.
Fallopio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does
It's
sound Greek.
An Italian.
Oh.
This is the next word.
Close. Next
Close,
door.
almost.
No, close. It's basically like boop, they bop over.
Resurrection Mary.
Resurrection Mary. Okay, yeah. So Resurrection Cemetery, I assume
Resurrection.
is named after
Steve Resurrection.
the Resurrection. Steve Resurrection Cemetery. But this story is on like Supernatural, the TV show. I think it was like honestly one of the first episodes where Sam and Dean went. But so this legend goes, there's this girl named Mary, and she was at the dance hall, and she was like partying, and then she leaves the dance hall. And then I don't actually remember how she died. I think like a car crash, got hit by a car, something like that. But now she walks up and down Archer Avenue, searching
Have you been to Archer
for her way
Avenue?
home. Oh yeah, we drive by it all the time. We drive by Resurrection Cemetery all the time. I lived like maybe 15 minutes away from there
Oh my gosh. Okay.
when I grew up. And there's this other crazy thing that happened at the cemetery that I couldn't find any information about, but I think it's just like local legend at this point. But anyway, Resurrection Mary will walk up and down Archer Avenue looking for a ride. A man will stop. There are records of men saying that this happened. They stop to give her a ride. Perverts. They stop to give her a ride, and she tells them where she's going, and it's always to Resurrection Cemetery. Crazy.
Where she's
But the
buried.
other, I think that's where like her mom lived. I don't know. Maybe she's buried there. Who knows?
Mom's buried there.
I,
Her mom lived in the cemetery.
Mary Resurrection founded Resurrection Cemetery. No, but so the local legend is there are these bars that look like they've been pried open
At the
on one
cemetery.
side of the cemetery. Yeah. The
got
cemetery
out.
claimed
Oh my
that it
gosh.
was like
She got
a
out.
car hit it or something, but it literally like looks like someone pulled it apart, like with their
got
hands.
out.
Or she was trying to
Scary.
get out.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, but she's not Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary's different.
Do you know Bloody Mary? Where
She's
does that come from?
Spooky.
Bloody Mary's scary. I
No,
remember
she's
doing the
scary.
Bloody Mary in the
I
bathroom.
can't believe we did that. Like, how are we not cursed?
I know. I
We're not
really.
cursed.
I never did it.
You never
That's
did
why
it.
I'm not.
He's gonna go do it. We'll put him in the women's bathroom. Turn off the lights. Bloody Mary's scary.
It's very spooky. Urban legends.
I don't think we should be. I mean, I've said this before, but I don't think we should be like calling. I don't know if they
Yeah.
exist, but I don't know if we should call them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
that
want to
the
be the
same way
one
you-
to prove that they do.
Is that the same that you feel about like aliens?
Yeah. Well, no, I think I actually believe in aliens more than I believe in ghosts.
Would you call it the aliens?
Nope. 3 body problem? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I would have never turned that satellite thing on. I would have been like, close. I'd have been like, oh, you want to come to Earth? No.
No thanks.
No, thank you. I won't do it.
There where you are.
You know what's crazy?
Tell me.
Those astronauts that went to space and thought they were only going to be there for a little bit and then got fucking stuck.
Well, I feel like you go to space because you really like space.
You have to like space.
So maybe they're having a great time.
But could you imagine like signing something that was like,
You might never come back, honestly.
you're gonna get stuck in space? Like that's the plot of every like fucking Interstellar.
It's
Well,
true.
spoiler alert, I guess.
It is scary. Talk about a scary story.
Talk about space, Alien.
It's dark.
I've actually never seen the Alien movies, but I have seen Predator.
Mm.
Oh,
I know.
yeah. I've heard
Interesting.
Predator's really good.
The new one we watched, the
It was good.
most recent one that came out, I think it was
Yeah.
like a year ago. That one was pretty good.
Mhm.
I liked it. I
Guilty
usually
Pleasure
don't
did
like
that one, yeah.
monster movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not a
It
monster
was
person.
yeah, beautifully shot, right? That's what I
Oh, it was
remember from
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of talking.
No.
Hmm.
It was like a very
Yeah.
quiet movie. You know what movie's really good? That's a spooky movie. It's a Mike Flanagan movie. Hush, maybe.
Never heard of this.
So it's about this woman who is deaf and she's in her house and these guys break in. And certain points of the movie, so I would have wanted the whole movie to be silent because I think that would have been way scarier. But only certain parts of the movie are silent. But
Mhm.
no Mike Flanagan movie this year. He did Midnight Mass, Haunting at Bly Manor, Haunting at Hill House.
Oh yeah.
He did all those movies.
Yeah.
No spooky movie for me
Eugene
this
made me
season.
watch all this.
Like, what the hell? What the hell, Mike? What are you doing?
He took some time off.
Oh, and then that other one that we Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh yeah.
And that's his
good, too.
wife. She's the one that's in Hush. Shush.
Mm.
Something. I don't know. I watched it years ago.
Yeah.
But I like
Yeah.
that one.
Lots of play with like A Quiet Place with silence.
Oh,
Horror
yeah.
and silence are
that
like
new
similar.
one? Ugh.
I didn't.
Ew.
Yeah.
What a
Ew.
stinker.
Sometimes you don't need a sequel.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes we didn't. Yeah, we didn't need much of any of that. Nothing
I
was
didn't
new.
watch.
Yeah.
That was my issue. I was like, nothing is new about this. I
Right.
want new information on the lore or
Mhm.
the.
Some people just want to live in the world a little longer, you know?
Why would you want to live in that world?
Because I don't know. You tell me. I didn't watch the second one or the third one.
The second one is a sequel. The third one was a prequel with Joseph Quinn and
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o,
I only watched the
which I
first one.
love them
Yeah.
as actors, stars,
Yeah.
Oscar winner.
Yeah.
But like, come
I
on.
don't need a prequel.
We don't need that. We don't need a prequel.
Yeah.
We needed a better prequel, especially when we had movies like, we've already had these Cloverfield.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Oh, come on. We've hit the apex of like
Mm-hmm.
scary monster movies. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
Quiet Place 3,
Yeah.
The Quietest
3.
Place. Come on.
We just need new ideas.
We just need
Yeah.
new ideas.
More fun.
More fun. Like,
Yeah.
we do not need to be remaking movies that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's when you're saying the original, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's really 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's not really an original in a way. It should be just the movie.
It should just be the movie. It's just the movie that came out 2 years ago. It's crazy to me.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse
Yeah. I mean, they
and
do that a
repeat.
lot with like Japanese horror movies because those are like really fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like, I think The Ring and The Grudge.
Ring, The Grudge, the one with the hair grudge.
Yeah. The little.
Those are creepy. That's pretty good.
That's
Oh,
pretty
that's-
good, right?
That gave me chills.
You spooky. Are you spooked?
That's
Are you
pretty good.
spooked? What's another good scary? Oh, Talk to Me.
Oh, I love that.
That was great.
Yeah.
I saw you posted that you were watching that once, and I was like, Rainie, look away. It's too scary for you.
I know. It really was. Luckily, I watched it in the brightness of my apartment.
Oh, that's
You
good.
know?
That's good.
The brightness
Every
just
single light
big
was
light on.
on.
Yeah. I saw that in the theater, and I
Oh.
still don't understand how they did the effect with the kid at the beginning.
He was an amazing actor, maybe.
truly.
But I don't know. Yeah. I don't
Truly,
know how
we
he-
rarely saw him after that, but
Yeah.
that was just like, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
It was
Too
very,
scary
very,
for
very
me.
violent.
You're not a scary boy?
No.
Yeah.
He wants Scandinavian.
He wants Scandinavian drama
Hey,
only.
wait, then you would like Speak No Evil with the people from Holland.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should watch.
Yeah.
I'll report back.
Have you been watching Scandinavian dramas recently?
Not as much.
Mhm.
No. We've been watching lots of Apple TV content.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We've been really into Slow Horses.
Oh, I've heard
Ah,
good
I've
things.
good things.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
You have to watch.
We gotta watch.
A must watch.
It's a must
The
watch.
horses are slow. It's not about fast horses.
They're slow, but they're also fast. That's the
I
thing.
not rewatched, but I watched for the first time a show that you talked about because it came out on Netflix, and I want to say you have horrible taste.
Kathy Kim.
A Discovery of Witches.
Oh my god, I love Discovery, which is so good,
You didn't like it?
It's Twilight.
but better.
It's Twilight, but in like 2 episodes. Like, you go from one episode where this like vampire doesn't like the witch, and in the next episode he's like, I love you.
But they're also
Very
like,
unrealistic.
I feel like also they're like older. You know,
They are older.
because Twilight's definitely like they're like teens. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's like thousands of years old,
Mm.
I mean,
literally.
are you trying to say that Edward Cullen is not 1,000 years old?
He doesn't look 1,000 years old.
You're calling that one man old looking?
I mean, he looks
I think
older.
he's
than-
foxy. He does look old though. Like
Yeah.
older.
Yeah. And they go through all these different time periods, you know, they like time
That's where
jump.
they lost me.
So it really, get that historical drama.
Hmm
That's
Yeah.
where it gets me more
Yeah.
than Twilight.
I Googled how it ended because I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I can't watch these
It
people.
wasn't scary enough.
It
for
wasn't
you.
scary enough.
The thing is, I didn't like the ending.
Okay.
The ending was unsatisfying,
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
but I like the rest of it.
Also, this episode's like making me cry for some reason. I don't know. My eyes have been irritating me, but
You
also
were
something's
just
tickling
so
me this
delighted
morning.
to be here.
It's
You're
tickling
laughing
me
so much that you're crying.
That is my
You
go-to.
just love Halloween.
Spooky.
Love Halloween. This is actually story that I heard when I was younger that always scared me. And especially when I think I heard it when I first started driving. And I lived in upstate New York, and it's always like dark and cold, you know?
Okay.
So driving alone is already kind of scary.
Oh, God.
That's to preface the story.
The preface. Spoiler.
An urban legend. A woman left work late at night and took her usual route home along a dark, deserted highway. It's like every highway in upstate New York.
Okay, vibes.
She stopped at a gas station to grab a coffee and filled the tank on the way. After her brief stop, she hopped back in the car and resumed her drive home. A minute later, she noticed a car coming up behind her in her rearview mirror.
Oh, I remember this one.
The car began to flash its headlights and swerve. She didn't recognize the vehicle, and a little afraid, she sped up to try to lose the car. The car kept with her and put on its high beams. I always hate when they like flash behind you, you know? Like, are they trying to talk to me? Or are they not talking to me? Is it a road bump?
Well, you know, if they flash at you, it means there's a cop to slow down.
Or
someone flashes at you going forward. Yeah, or bumps. Or you have a flat tire. Or the woman kept speeding up, searching for anywhere she could stop for help. There were no houses, no stores, and not even a turnoff. The car behind her lurched, ramming her rear bumper. Fearing for her life, she floored it, speeding away from the dangerous car behind her. After a short while, she left the dark, deserted highway and turned onto a well-lit city road. The car that had been following her couldn't manage to keep up as she weaved around the city streets. When she arrived home, she ran to her front door, rushed inside, and slammed the door behind her. She peeked out the window and found the car that had been chasing her was pulling into her driveway. Stalker. A man exited the vehicle, looked straight at her through the window, and began to yell, "Call the police!" This is also in the... We're in the talkies.
The transatlantic accent. "Call the police!" The woman, confused, stared at the man. He kept frantically waving and yelled at her to call the police. Suddenly, the back door of her own car opened. A man in a long black coat stepped out with an axe.
Oh my God.
Before she knew what happened, the man yelling at her to call the police was resting in bloody pieces on the pavement. The next day, the woman was found dismembered in her own home. The killer in the back seat was never found. That's one version of the urban legend anyway.
That is so scary.
That's spooky.
That's gonna stay with.
That's
I
spooky
always
to
check
see.
my trunk when I get in my car. I use flashlights. You know, I saw that on TikTok once. It was like, make sure you check, and then it stays with me because that is so scary.
It's so scary because you never really like think about looking in the back of your car and stuff.
No.
Especially when it's like dark and you feel like no one would be there because your car was locked.
Yeah, but I'm assuming the guy got in her trunk at the gas station.
Yeah.
But what connection? Like, I'm like, why does he want to kill her? Just because he's crazy? I was like, just because he's an axe murderer?
Killer.
Because he's a murderer.
Because he's a killer, Bella.
Yeah.
Some people in America are serial killers, Rainie, and they want to get in the back of your car and kill you.
I would not prefer that.
Isn't that scary though?
That's what, you know what? That
Especially when things were much more analog, you know, like when we were growing up more. You
yeah.
know? You didn't have a
100%.
cell phone to like call or.
Yeah. I know. At first I was like, why didn't that guy call the police? But then I was like, oh yeah, no, it's from a while ago. He doesn't have a phone. He'd have to leave the scene.
Unless he had a car phone. Unless he was rich.
Yeah.
Car phone. That'd be
Those are pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty lit.
I wish we had car phones today.
They had one in Speed, the movie. There was a car phone. I like movies and TV shows now that are doing like 2004 content or like 2005 content.
Yeah.
Where it's like people had cell phones, but there's no like Instagram. There's like a little bit of Facebook here and there, but mostly it's like bare bones.
Brings you back the nostalgia.
The nostalgia, yeah. I didn't have, well, you're older than me, so computers were around when you were in college, right?
What? What's a computer?
They had internet back then, right? In the 1800s when you went to school.
Oh my God.
I just
in
had
1880
Facebook.
when I created Candy Corn Becky. We created the first triple dye candy, okay?
Revolutionized candy as we know it. Yeah, when I was in college, there was only Facebook. Instagram came out after.
Yeah.
Maybe it came out when I was at the end of my senior year. Like I had graduated.
Oh, wow.
And Instagram came out.
The good old days.
The good old days. We would just upload 250
In
digital
Facebook, you could
camera
only
photos.
be friends with people on Facebook that were in your college.
That's how
At
old
your
you are.
university.
See, that was not
That was
me.
me.
That was not my experience. You had to have a college email, but you could be friends with anyone.
Have you gone through your Facebook to see like old posts and see if they're embarrassing?
She's
No,
like, I
they
already deleted
certainly
them all.
are. Certainly are. I actually have been thinking about deleting my Facebook recently because I really don't use it.
Yeah.
Mine's gone.
I like to keep up on the who's its and the what's its
follow
of what's
the-
going on. I go to see what's happening.
You follow all your old.
It's mostly
High
high
school
school. Yeah, it's
groups
mostly
and
high school
stuff.
people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I was like passive friends with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are like 3 people from my high school who post a lot. And so I know a lot about them.
Yes.
And if they had posted on Instagram, it would probably get lost in the sauce.
100%.
But I'm like, I know a lot about Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugo.
His name is Hugo.
What a name.
Yeah.
Hugo's a good name.
It was a
They
good
should
name.
bring that
Hugo.
back. Hugo.
Did it leave?
Well, how many people do you know named Hugo? I literally know 0 people.
I don't think I know any Hugos.
See?
Yeah.
Rainey,
This guy-
I know Rainie's Hugo. Hugo from high school. High school
school
Hugo.
Hugo.
High school Hugo.
That's what they call him. Have you had your 10-year high school reunion yet, Rainey?
I think it. Wait, let's see. 20. Oh my gosh, it's next year.
Are
Should
you
I
gonna
go? Should I
yeah,
go?
it's fun.
It's fun. You went?
I went. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, maybe I'll go because it's like, who's gonna be there? Are my crushes gonna be there from high school?
I don't know. Depends on who organizes it. Ours
Yeah.
was like pretty shoddily organized. But like my best girlfriend Natalie was like, "I'll fly in if you fly in," and I was like, "Okay."
Did you get
Let's
any
see who's
drama?
there.
Was there any like, oh my gosh, this girl who's mean to me is now doing this?
No, it's mostly. I mean, I was from. It's not rural by any means. It was
Yeah.
very suburban, but it was still like
Yeah. Lots of
Illinois.
moms.
So everybody's a mom. They were all 3 kids deep.
Oh yeah.
It was mom's night out for a lot of them. And I was like, we're at different points in our life right now.
Yeah.
Because mine was in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
graduated in 2008.
Yeah. So it's like, 20, because everybody's 28 then. So it's like, that's the thing is like, people are at such different stages of their life at 28.
Yeah.
It's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, there's so many. I'm like, okay, another person's engaged. Another person's engaged.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the phase where it's just like, all right.
The wedding
Weddings.
season. Remember, you had a big wedding season like before the pandemic.
Oh my God,
That
so
was
many
like,
weddings in
I
one
remember
year.
you were always gone.
It was like, you had to start saying no, you know?
Oh, wow.
There's too many.
Oh my
It
God.
gets so expensive.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
Oh,
because
yeah.
everyone's
True.
traveling and going different spots. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't go to all of them.
Okay, let's do a quick round of spooky or kooky. So this is
Oh, spooky
a
or
Try
kooky?
Podcast's favorite. So we have to decide if it's a little bit spooky or a little bit sweet.
Okay.
Spooky or kooky?
One of those trees that's actually a cell phone tower.
Kooky.
You like those?
I think they're funny. And every time I
don't find
see
them
them,
spooky at all.
I say, hey, what's up, fellow trees? That's what it seems like it's trying to be. Hey.
I'm a tree.
Hello,
Hi,
fellow
guys.
They should definitely put a
trees.
text bubble coming out
Yeah.
of it.
So
Yeah.
kooky for you too, Matt.
Yeah, they're not spooky.
Okay. Bender, but with someone hot.
Why would that be spooky?
Well, you did get in a little accident.
Oh, okay. So you're just like scared?
Uh-huh.
I'd be scared. I'd be spooky. I'd be spooky
I guess it
even
depends
if they
how
were
bad
hot.
the accident is.
Yeah.
Right.
Are they
Right.
alive?
You guys aren't thinking about the hot guy, which is interesting to me.
I
You
guess.
go spooky.
I think I'd go spooky, even if
It's
it was a
more
hot guy. I
spooky
guess
than
I'd be
kooky.
embarrassed.
Yeah, I feel like then you would be more
Uh-huh.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be more like cringe.
Yeah.
Like when they try to have like a male gynecologist student come in. I literally asked my gynecologist.
At the crash
I was
site?
like, I was getting my ID and she's like, this is a teaching school. Can this student come in? I was like, is he a man? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, does anyone say yes to you? I'm like, I know they need training, but
Yeah.
not me.
Not me.
They're not getting trained by my uterus today.
Clowns.
Spooky. Unless
Okay.
it's that kind of hot clown that Caitlin
Caitlin
likes.
likes.
Yeah.
He's kooky.
He's kooky from One Piece. He's kooky. He is a kooky dookie clown.
Well, I feel like there's 2 types of clowns.
Uh-huh.
There are the clowns that are spooky and the clowns that are kooky. You know?
Man.
Right? Because like from
Rainey, I
like
forgot to tell you, he's
it-
really good at games.
so like it is like very spooky.
Spooky.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's a
What's a
kooky
But then
clown?
like
Bozo?
from the circus, yeah, like Bozo.
You
I
like
don't know.
Bozo? You don't think he's spooky?
No, I don't think he's spooky.
Wow.
And like clown dolls don't really freak me out either. Like I know people are like really afraid of like clown dolls.
I knew people like this were out there, like people who liked clowns, but I've never met one in real life.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I would seek it out, but it doesn't freak me out. You know what I mean?
Oh, my great grandma liked clowns, and then she gave my mom these like porcelain clowns, and my mom put them in this like display case
no.
in our house, and I was like, "That's messed
Your
up."
porcelain babies.
Yeah, every time I bring Henry in, I'm like, "Look at the spooky clown. Look at these scary things that look at
Let
you."
him inform his own.
That's true. Look at these neutral clowns. Clowns are neither good nor bad.
Jenna Ortega.
Oh, she's kooky. She's a kooky little kook.
She's kooky.
She's
Yeah,
kooky.
she's kooky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Furbies.
They're kind of gremlin-y, actually.
I do think a Furby,
Mm-hmm.
kooky. Furbies. Spooky.
Just like a field of Furbies all moving around.
Like if there was a Furby sitting here, I'd be like, oh, that's silly. If there was like a shelf full of Furbies lining the floor, Furbies outside, I would be like, spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah. Snapchat's location feature.
I don't have Snapchat.
Well, because
What
isn't
is
it like dangerously like accurate?
Yeah, it's like it is accurate.
Yeah, it's like you're like
Is it
1 foot
is
away.
it like Find My Friends or what is
Yeah,
it?
it's like it's exactly like Find My Friends, but all of your contacts on Snapchat can see. And when it first came out, like everybody was on there, and it was so interesting.
Do you have to like opt in?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You could
I think you
opt
do.
out.
I hope it's not you have to opt out.
I think
Rainie's
it's
logging
spooky.
into her Snapchat
Like,
now
wait.
to be like,
I think it's spooky. People
I
don't
think
need to know
that's
where you
spooky.
are.
Spooky.
That's stalker alert.
That's stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
how you get
dangerous.
someone hiding in the back of your car.
Yes, yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah,
I mean, do you guys have Find My Friends? Do you like checking that? I love checking that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on. Where's my
I like
mom?
looking at it.
Yeah.
Where's my mom? My parents don't have iPhones.
Really?
Yeah.
They've got Androids.
Got Androids.
Oh, okay.
You just got to put an air tag on them.
Tuck it in Kim's pocket. Okay. No, but I love looking at Find My Friends.
Yeah. Have you ever like been like, wait, where? Sometimes I'm like, I'll text my friend and be like, why are you here? You know, have you ever done that?
Oh.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Where
if
were
I'm-
they?
Like if
He
I'm
was
somewhere
so
else,
fast.
like I was in Palm Springs, I didn't know my other friend was going to be there, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're in Palm Springs!"
Yeah.
How many people
Where
do you
are
have
you?
on Find My Friends?
Probably like 10, 12.
Oh, that's
maybe.
not bad.
Not a ton.
Sheena from Vanderpump Rules has like 40 people, she said, which is insane. I have like 4.
Yeah.
4.
I've got like
Maybe
probably
3?
12. Yeah. I like having, because like I like, sometimes I'll go for a run at night and I text the
Oh,
people from my
yeah.
office and I'm like, from my office here. And I'm like,
I text people for my job.
my job. And I'm like, if I don't text you guys in 30 minutes, check Find My Friends, you know? So they've got, just in case.
Have you ever done the send, like you send the request for Find My Friends to a friend before you like, okay, I'm going to get on the bus or whatever and
Yes.
I'll send it and they
Yes.
call you? Have you ever read that?
No, wait,
happen?
what's that?
I've just had like, I've
No.
sent a friend, like I'll be going home
Uh-huh.
and it's a friend that I don't have on Find My Friends. So I'll send them the like, you know,
Oh, like
you
for
can
an hour
now
or whatever.
see, yeah.
Yes.
And then they'll call and be like, all right, what's wrong?
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, I don't know. I'm just getting in this weird car.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Just
just getting in a car.
getting just a little bit kidnapped.
Yeah,
but-
just a tiny bit, but it's fine.
All right. Well, any last thoughts on Hallows Eve? Any Halloween memories from best costume, best trick or treating experience? Becky
gosh.
famously trick or treated in high school.
As a cow.
That was junior high when I won the costume contest for being the Got Milk Clow.
Oh, that's funny.
Cow, got Mick, got
Got Mick?
milk. I know. I was just thinking. I think that's what got in my head was got Mick. Got milk. Why
Cow.
clown?
Clown.
Got milk cow.
That's what did you win anything
Milk.
by winning the contest?
I mean, respect, fame, adoration, jealousy of my peers.
The best prize.
Best prize.
There's a lot of propaganda at your school. Corn, milk.
We also went as the war on drugs. We went as DARE. Only government subsidized
Oh my god.
entities. Sugar.
Nice and sweet.
I don't know how to end. I don't know how to get out of here.
Well, we always threw a huge Halloween party every year.
Oh,
when I was
really?
younger. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
And my mom would dress up like a witch, and she would peel grapes and put them into a cauldron, and it would be dark and do like the dry ice. She
Oh,
would be,
that's
like,
cool.
in the barn, like the Dutch doors where like
Oh,
The
the
top
top
opens.
door can open up. So then she would be like trick or treat, and they would have to stick their hand into the
Grapes.
grapes to like feel them because they feel like eyeballs. It's pretty funny. It was fun.
Oh my gosh,
It was a
I
fun
love
party.
it.
creative.
Betsy's a menace.
Yeah.
Like, you want candy? Put your hands in here.
Yeah. It was fun.
And that's why you can now. You're like, I'm not hosting because I've already done the hosting. I've served
Yeah.
my time.
We've already done lots of Halloween hosting.
Already
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
Is it where's Halloween rank in your holiday rankings? Because for me, it's up. It's pretty
Mine's
high.
pretty
Easter, I love
high.
Easter because I like Easter candy and I like the hunts and I like springtime and I like smoked salmon.
I like the hunt.
I like the hunt.
The thrill of the hunt.
Hunt for those peeps.
Peeps, I love.
I think Halloween might be my number one. I love
Yeah.
Halloween.
It's so
I think
fun.
it's so fun. I
And
think
it's so
such a spooky
whimsical.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
so
a good,
cool.
Yeah, celebrating fear.
Yeah. And I feel like Christmas gets really overhyped. And New
Yeah.
Year's, there's always like a lot of pressure to have like really
Yes,
good Christmas, really good New Year's. And
Yeah.
it's like Halloween is just sort of like a whatever.
Yeah,
Really? I thought your
Have
favorite
fun.
was Flag Day, Becky.
Flags. Why?
You just seem like you love flags,
You know, I do love flags. I think flags are nice. Love a little flag in the yard.
What about you, Matt? What's your ranking?
I think Christmas.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. Because you have a lot of time off work normally,
Mhm.
if you're lucky. And lots of like traditions, lots of food,
The movies.
lots of parties. There's a whole like channel dedicated to Christmas movies.
A fast channel.
Mhm. So I think it's just fun.
Yeah.
People
Well, it's
always
around
want
the
to be in the
corner,
Christmas
yeah.
spirit.
yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Cozy.
So until next time, make sure you wash your hands, pee after sex, vote for the love of everything. Vote. This is our Halloween episode. Vote, please, please. And as Johnny Cakes famously said, just vote Democrat. It's fine. Pee after sex, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.